In this video, we're watching another game from WGP Singapore again. We have Minerva on the left and Ezel on the right. So Ezel going first here is really good against Minerva because he is able to superior ride to Ezel first, and his Vanguard is gonna be base 13k. So it's gonna be very awkward for the Minerva to push him, since the Minerva player has to commit a booster just to try to hit his Vanguard. 3 orders out already for the Ezel player. Both of these decks are from Keter and are multi-attack decks, but I think Minerva has the most attacks in this format, since she can do even up to 8 attacks, but mostly around like 6, including a restanding Vanguard, and Ezel only has like maximum of 5 attacks. So he calls out the new generic from Keter using the Ezel order. So it actually works because the skill of the grade 2 is on place other than by cards, a unit's ability. So so calling it from an order still works. Oh, but I think there's a got all triggers. So in this matchup, I think it's important to stay low for both of the players, to stay on low damage for both of the players. Since on multi-attack decks you want to stay low on damage, because you have more chances to get defensive, so you can take more damage on their grade 3 turns or their kill turns, and you have more chance to get defensives. Gets a heal. So the Ezel superior ride gets -1 drive. It's only 1 drive, but the cost of it is not that bad, since you discard a card, but you're gonna discard anyways for the next turn if you're gonna ride from ride deck, but you're just gonna discard a turn earlier. So we can see here, the Minerva player is gonna be grade 2 only, and the Ezel player's Vanguard is already 13k. So so he needs to put a booster if he wants to deal him 1 damage. Minerva player either can damage deny him, but I think it's just better to deal damage here, because if you keep the Ezel player at low damage, you won't be able to pressure him with Minerva or with your multi-attacks, because you can just keep on taking. So we're just gonna swing 1 to pass. It's a PG. Oh, that's tough. As a player has no CP, but also at 0 damage. So that's gonna put less pressure for the Minerva player. Alright, he gets less pressure from the Minerva player. So goes a Bowmain with the Ezel skill. It's Persona ride. So Ezel skill is beginning of ride, so you do it before you ride. Ezel, I think, relies a lot on Persona Ride for his attacks to hit or to have decent numbers. Ezel's a good deck as long as you keep on getting Persona Rides, but you're not gonna get like a lot of Persona Rides every game. So I think that's why the deck is not topping as much. You know, I think I only see one top. So it's gonna be great. So Minerva's great return. I think he has to push here, because if his opponent's still at low damage after this turn, the next turn it's gonna be Ezel's turn. He's gonna put more pressure on Minerva, and then the Ezel is still gonna be low damage. So even after the next turn, Minerva players still won't be able to pressure. I'm saying it a lot. So this matchup, I think you have to keep on pushing. You wanna stay at low damage while pushing. Checks the top card with Minerva's skill and gets a Commonwealth. It's very good. But has 3 PGs in hand, is that? So he doesn't have units to call. Commonwealths, very good. Oh, and he just passes without withstanding the Vanguard. It's better there to withstand. Oh, gets another Persona. It has a Gratias in hand, so next turn is also gonna be Persona Raid. It's gonna be tough for Minerva. Ezel only has 1 damage, and then after this turn, Minerva's gonna at least have 4 damage. 5 at most, or maybe even just there's a chance to lose. There's a chance. Oh wait, he has OT in hand. So yeah, very small chance to lose here. He's gonna lose a lot of hand cards. Gets a heal. It's very big. It saves him a lot of cards. I think is that 2 PGs or 3, including Elementaria, and then OT. Which is having a lot of PGs in multi-attack. Again, when you're against multi-attack decks, it's not as good. Sometimes you prefer to have triggers, because other attacks just costs 1 card, so like 115k shield card. But in PG you have to like discard 1, so that's 2 cards. Takes a lot of cards from your hand. Okay, so cause of the Tin Drain, so that's 2 counter charge. Cards with Elementaria. Let's take 1 here to safeguard in his hand. Being at 5, you don't want to be at 5 here. Well, in most cases, you don't want to be at 5, right? but it's gonna be even more dangerous to be at 5 damage if you're against multi-attack decks. Because that means even just 15k attacks, oh, gets on the reel. Even just 15k attacks just removes card from your hand. Oh, that the 2 heals just saved so much cards from this from the Minerva player's hand. Get Seisus, the new PR. So this is Japanese format, so they already have Lelerim and the Seisus PR, which helped Minerva a lot and boosted the deck. I feel like I haven't tested it yet, but from the results I've seen, I think Minerva's going to be like a high 8 tier deck. Just from the 2 cards, from the 2 card uploads. Also gets an Angelica Soul. Yeah, he has to push here because he's already at 5 and then the Ezel only has 1. So even in this turn, you know, the Ezel will just keep on taking without losing cards in hand. Seisus skill, the new PR, so plus 1 retire it, and you can add a card from drop or hand to soul, and if you put a card from hand you can draw. So gets another PG. It's 33. It's just, I think we're just gonna take this. Get gets defensive. So it's gonna be harder for the Minerva to push. So there, Lelerim skill proc, you put, or you can use it, you can put 2 the boosted unit and Lelerim to soul, and you can add a Genesis card from your drop to you can just think here for Ezel player. So that's 2 like dead cards, well, for the next turn, right? But he has a lot of PGs anyway, so I think it's fine. Yeah, so this is the common Minerva combo. You Soul Blast 2 Camomiles and the grade 1 from the right deck, so you can call them 3. Cards Decider. I think you want to keep Decider just because it's 10k shield. So he really needs that card for next turn. Oh, gets Lelerim. So no triggers, so the Minerva's hand is full of PGs, 2 grade 3s, and an OT. There's a Stern, he has the Chalice, so this is gonna be tough for Minerva. If he survives this turn, he's probably gonna have like 0 cards in hand or 1. But Ezel can just win at this. Can just win since the Minerva player is already 5 damage. Never mind. So you're gonna boost with Indra anyway, I forgot. Oh, gets a bow main. So that's gonna be 25, 33 with boost. Just 3 PGs, 1 OT. So the Minerva's hand, 3 PGs, 1 OT. We saw the 2 drive checks, grade 3, and then 1 Lelaram. Yeah, I think. So to survive this turn, needs to I think the only way he survives this turn is the Ezel have to whiff, like you call a trigger from the Ezel skill, but it's very unlikely because Ezel skill is check top 7. Okay, yeah, gets bow main and Kadwala. So I think this might be game. Oops, sorry. This might be game. Cards with OT. PG. Oh, and a crit. Yeah, I think it's over. PG this, and then his remaining card is gonna be Lelarim. So it's only Lelarim, and then there's 2 Kamama, so that's 15k shield against the Kadwala. It's 28. Yeah, I think he's missing out on 5k shield. Yep, he's gonna take one in this GG. A very good game. It's cool to see the new how Minerva plays out in set 11 with the PR, and also how Ezel works, you know.